Hey guys, Jerseytoof here coming at you with another video. Today we are bringing you 10 battles with quite possibly the most fun Pokemon I've ever used in the Master League Premier Cup. We all know that the Haxorus has been running wild and is so OP this season, so I decided to make myself one. It isn't quite the best IV, but it had 15 attacks, and I got all that dust from community today, so I just went with it, and boy am I happy I did. I know my buddy Reis2Occasion made rank 10 with this team, so I wanted to give it a try, and we have 10 battles, like I said, showcasing this team, and I hope you guys enjoy. Haxorus just has to watch out for those Charmers, which in the Master League Premier Cup it is Togekiss, and Togekiss can really hurt this team if you catch it in the lead. But we have our best Buddy METAGROSS as our safe swap, and our Magnezone is cleaning up the back. So those Gyaradoses and Dragonites in the back, boy, they better watch out. So if you guys are new here, just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get notified every single time I upload my videos. I'm trying to get more consistent on uploading videos, but my work schedule, like I said in the past video, has been keeping me not able to post as much as I would like, but I'm going to get back into it here. I mean, 2 to 3 videos a week, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So without further ado, let's just get into these battles. Haxorus claws its way in the Master League Premier Cup. Alright guys, see you guys next time, and I appreciate all the support. You guys are the best community in the world. Alright guys, let's get into these battles. Haxorus is really clawing its way in the Master League. First up, we got a Garchomp in the lead, but this Garchomp had Dragon Tail, which really did throw me off. So we're gonna hit this thing with a Dragon Claw and just get out of here into our Metagross. But this is not really what we wanted to see, because this thing is gonna hit us with a Sand Tomb, which is okay. It did not have Earthquake, but then they bring in a Swampert, which pretty much hard counters my Metagross. I'd rather it be on my Metagross than my Magnezone, but I'm pretty sure they have a Magnezone counter in the back if they're using this team. But we're gonna go straight for that Earthquake. I want to try to get this thing in farm range for my Haxorus, because I really do not want this thing to be on my Magnezone. But they still have that Garchomp, and I really do not have an answer to it once my my Haxorus is gone. So we're going to try to get this thing out of here. We're going to go for a Dragon Claw, but they decide to shield. Yes, I have 2 shields, but we already know that Garchomp is a Magnezone killer. Yes, this thing has Dragon Tail, which is good for me. So we're going to hope to get rid of this thing right here and hope that something in the back can be taken out with a 1-shielded Magnezone. But they decided to shield, so it really told me that maybe they had a Togekiss in the back. So I had a little bit of hope here, because I'm going to be able to get rid of this Garchomp right here. But they lowered my attack twice, or lowered my defense twice, and they have a Smackdown Rhyperior, which in the Magnezone can take this out, because they're pretty much probably running superpower, which would have lowered their defenses. But I'm out of shields here, and they're going to take us out here. And that team was very spicy, and GG's to my opponent right there. So we didn't start out the greatest, but we're going to come back with a vengeance with my boy Haxorus. We got Sandstorm 1492 up next. We got Haxorus into a Shadow Magnezone. We love to see this lead right here. And they're going to swap into their own Haxorus. So I'm going to chip away here with my own Dragon Claw, and I'm actually going to go into my Metagross right here. We have a shield advantage, so I like where I'm at, because 1 Meteor Mash is going to be enough to take it out at this range. And I'm going to be able to tank 1 more Night Slash, so I am not going to shield this up. I'm going to see if they want to go down 2 shields here. So Meteor Mash coming through. Let's see if they're going to give us a shield here. They actually are. So they want to take switch advantage, which is okay with me. And they tried to farm me down. That was a big mistake on my opponent, because now I'm able to retain switch advantage and have a shield advantage. So now we already know that Haxorus can be lined up with this Magnezone. So it looks like they're probably going to try to Wild Charge and dip, but I am not going to shield this. So actually, I'm going to shield it. That was a good call. A lot of times I don't call that bait, but I already knew that they had something weak to Magnezone in the back, and it is this Togekiss. So I'm going to farm up to 2 Wild Charges, and I'm not even going to play around with it. I'm going to get it out of here, and then have a Wild Charge for this Shadow Magnezone, which is going to kick it really, really low, and then my Haxorus can come in here and farm down. But we CMP tie on the mirror shot, which is okay, because They only had a mirror shot, and this mirror shot right here is going to be enough to take out the Magnezone, and Haxorus didn't even have to finish off the job. Magnezone sweeping the back. But yeah, that call right there on trying to farm down my Metagross was what lost that for my opponent. But GG's. Pika Eder is up next, the old rank 10, which I had that pose. They got so close last season. Hopefully we can come through in the clutch this season. We had a good lead right there in Rhyperior, and they come in with their Dragonite. So I like to chip a little bit on the Dragonite or get a shield, and that's what we do. Then we can swap into our Metagross right here, and I like the situation I'm in. Draco Meteor does like to come through, so I wanted to shield the first one. A lot of times when they're down a shield, they go for the big move, and it was a Hurricane, and we shielded it correctly, and we're able to hit it with a Meteor Mash and retain switch advantage. Rhyperior comes back in with that Mud Slap, but we're able to come away with a Meteor Mash and probably get this last shield, which is great. But unfortunately, you're going to be able to farm us down and have a decent amount of energy. One thing about Mud Slap is it doesn't gain energy too quickly, so I'm pretty sure they only have one move, and they insta swap into their Togekiss, and they're out of shield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up to a wild charge, 2 wild charges, hit it with a wild charge, and then just mirror shot the heck out of this Rhyperior to get it in low enough range for my Haxorus to maybe farm down. And they're going to Mud Slap us down, and we're almost able to get to that other mirror shot. But this thing is loaded with energy, and at this point, I was a little scared they had 2 Surfs back to back. But a Surf at this range would be very close to taking us out. Haxorus is quite squishy, so it probably would have, and I was not going to play around with countering it down. We hit our charge move, and we take the victory. When you win lead hard with this team, it's pretty much a GG's off the bat. Howie Mickey's up next. Huey Mickey, what you got for him? We got a Gengar lead. I was not too sure how to play this. I know Night Slashes are super effective and is resisting those counters, so I'm thinking I'm going to stay in here and try to get a shield, and they actually don't shield, but we get the boost. So what I'm going to do right here, I know a Shadow Ball is coming, so I'm going to shield that up. That was a good part, and they're going to swap into their Conkeldurr, and I almost have 2 Dragon Claws right here, so I'm staying in this matchup. We get the shield right there. I'm going to be able to get to another Dragon Claw. Let's see if we get the second shield right here. Haxorus putting in work, so I'm not going to get farmed down. I'm going to come in here with my Metagross, not let them get any more farm. Dynamic Punch gets me down almost into the yellow, which is not ideal. And I'm going to go for the full farm down. I was going to go for the Meteor Mash right there, but I'd rather have all this energy. So yes, we are able to farm it completely down. They bring back in their Gengar, which is not good because I threw the energy right off the bat. That's not good for us. And they bring in their own Metagross. So this is getting a little dicey, but we already know what's in the back. We have our Magnezone, but unfortunately they're getting a bunch of energy. So that was not ideal situation for it. I kind of misplayed that, and I was hoping I can catch the Earthquake on my Haxorus, but I was not able to do so. I miscounted a little bit, but they're going to hit us with this Earthquake, and they're going to take the victory. Sometimes you're going to misplay, and one little misplay in this league can really turn a match. So Mew 3000 is up next. What you got for me, Mew 3000? We got a Dragonite in the lead. This is not really what we want to see, so we're going to insta swap into our Metagross, and they insta swap into their Magnezone. So this is kind of one of those matchups where it's bait dependent. I really don't like to use any shields here, and a lot of times the Magnezone is going to use a lot of shields because the one shot at Earthquake really does threaten it. So first wild charge coming through, they take us. So at this point, we're going to go for another Meteor Mash right here because I know I'm going to be able to come back in here and farm down. I am not going to use any shields. They're going to try to farm me down. That's fine. They're going to mirror shot, no shield, obviously. So we're up 2 shields to none in this matchup, but they do have switch advantage, and we know they have that Dragonite. So at this point, I was trying for the full farm down, and let's see if I want to use a shield here. I'm actually not going to use that shield, and they actually had 2 wild charges. So honestly, I had to shield 1. So unfortunately, we got all this energy. Dragonite's coming back in. Dragon Claw is going to do a decent amount of damage to this boy, so we're going to swap instantly into our Magnezone. So they have a Metagross in the back, so this is looking quite good for us. We have a shield advantage, and we're just going to get rid of this Metagross right off the bat. There we go, wild charge, and we're going to go mirror shot here because I want to farm this thing down. That's exactly my play. I want to just be able to shield this up, farm down and have a wild charge ready for that Dragonite. That's exactly what I'm going to try here. I know this is not going to be an Earthquake because it was too quick. Meteor Mash coming through takes me down to the red. That's fine with me. So we have that wild charge ready, and this is going to be enough to take out this Dragonite. Even after losing switch advantage, Magnezone cleans up the back, and we win a positive set right there. So we start off 3-2, but guys, we have 5 more battles for y'all. So Haxorus, that first set, like you say, it does a lot of work and it's super fun to use. You get to those Night Slashes and Dragon Claws so quick. And yes, it costed me a lot of rare candy and a lot of dust. But overall, I mean, I think it was a really good investment. It's 15, 12, 13. And, you know, that 15 attack is what really matters the most. So we're kicking off this set right here with Haxorus into a Metagross. So I like to farm up a little bit past the Night Slash sometimes because they like to try to catch that Night Slash on like maybe a fighter or even a even like a Togekiss. But overall, they weren't going to swap out. So they use a shield right there. We got this thing super low. So I'm actually going to try for the farm down right here. Hopefully they don't get to another Meteor Mash, and they do not. So we win switch advantage, and we're both at 1 shield apiece. So we're going to hit this thing with a Dragon Claw, and I'm not going to swap out. It's okay. You can take me out because I'm going to bring in my boy Metagross, and I think that I'm actually going to try to farm this thing completely down. So even a Draco Meteor at this range is not going to take us out, so I'm not going to shield. Yes, there it is, the Draco. And then here comes the Magnezone in the back. So we're going to hit this thing with an Earthquake, get that last shield, and then we can bring in our own Magnezone right here. So we're up a shield, and we just don't want to be the first one to throw a Wild Charge. That is key right there. So I knew Mirror Shot's coming through. Even if it was a Wild Charge, it wouldn't have taken me out, and then my Wild Charge would have been definitely enough to take it out. So I'm going to go Mirror Shot right here too myself. I want to get it into that Wild Charge range. Mirror Shot again. So we're going to build back up to 2 Wild Charges. Now I'm going to go for my Wild Charge. This is going to be close to taking it out. And right here, it's probably going to be a Wild Charge, but it was a Mirror Shot. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Mirror Shot and then swap into my Metagross right here to catch the Wild Charge. That was key right there because that next Wild Charge probably would have taken me out, and we're going to be able to get to a Mirror Shot on our Magnezone and take out this Dragonite, and we take the victory. We almost misplayed it. We almost found our lose condition, but we came through in the clutch. So we start out that set 1-0. So let's get into the game 2 right here. I know the queue times are getting a little bit dicey, you know. It's hard for me to edit out a little bit, you know, but so I hope you guys bear with me. So Haxorus into Magnezone right here. We love to see the Magnezones in the lead, and right there is what I was talking about. I've even farmed up even a little past, but it's okay. That's still neutral damage, and we got a little bit of chip damage. So we're going to go right into our Metagross right here. Let's see if they want to use a shield, and yes, they are. So it tells me they're probably going to go for a big move right here. So I'm actually going to match their shields right here. So it was a Draco, and it definitely would have taken me out. So I was thinking to myself, should I go for the full farm down? But nah, I'm just going to build up a little bit of energy, get rid of this Dragonite right now, and I'm going to bring back in their Magnezone. At this point, we're just going to go straight Meteor Mash, and they have to really throw a Wild Charge to take me out at this range. So we just wanted to get a little bit of chip damage there. We want to get it into that counter range for our Haxorus. We probably already know it's going to be swapping out right when we come in, so we're hoping there's probably going to be a Togekiss in the back. So I'm not going to shield this up. It's going to be a Wild Charge, which is okay. And yes, it is a Togekiss in the back, and we love to see these Togekisses in the back with this team. So we're going to build up to a lot of energy right here just before the flamethrower. We're actually going Mirror Shot to get that last shield, and now we're going to hit that thing with the knockout punch with the Wild Charge. Bye-bye, Togekiss. And then they bring back in their Magnezone, and it's very low, and we're going to be able to Mirror Shot this thing and take the victory. Going down with a shield, gotta love to see it. That's what happens with this team sometimes. I mean, just like any team in the Master League Premier Cup, it is very rock, paper, scissors, but overall, this team is super fun to use. Felipe Yater is up next. Game 3 of this set, Haxorus into Garchomp. Does this one have Dragon Tail? No, it does not. So it has Mudshot like a normal Garchomp would normally have, so we like this situation. So we hit it with a Dragon Claw, we get the shield. Do we want to call the bait? And I know it's going to be a Sand Tomb. I just felt it in my bones that it was going to be a Sand Tomb. So we great bait on a call on the bait on our part, and we hit him with the Dragon Claw right here. I was thinking that this had to be an outrage, but they actually Sand Tombed us again. But we're going to be able to farm this thing down now, which is okay. So we're even shields, and they bring in their Togekiss, which is fine because we have 2 counters to that Togekiss in the back, but they match us with their own Metagross. So we're going to try to hit this thing with a Meteor Mash and get that last shield, but they called our bait. There was some instances you probably should go straight for the Earthquake, but right there, I probably should have shielded, but it's okay. I'm going to get that shield back right here, and we have our Magnezone to clean it up. They actually didn't shield. That was the worst mistake in the world on their part, but you know, I mean, they should have known that I had double steel in the back, but sometimes people like to switch it up. That way they don't know what they really have. And I just wanted to shield up whatever that was, just in case it was a flamethrower, because they weren't going to be able to get to another charge move either way. And we take the victory. All right, 3-0 to start the game. So we got game 4 here. Arnson Hung 0704. What you got from me? You got a Swampert lead right here. We like to see Swamperts in the lead, and they're going to swap out into their Snorlax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of chip right here and then go into my Metagross. So a lot of times the Snorlaxes are running Body Slam Superpower, but like I was running on my Snorlax on a line, I was running Outrage to catch those Dragonites and other Dragon types off guard. So at this point, even if they throw a superpower right here, it's not going to take us out, so we're not going to shield that up. So, but at this point, it could be a superpower and it could take us out, so I'm actually going to shield it up. And they probably are running another move besides superpower, maybe Skull Bash, maybe Outrage, but they did not want to throw their superpower right there. So we end up even shields, but we take back switch advantage. Here comes Swampert Boy right here. They weren't wasting any time to take me out. Take me out, that's fine. We can bring back in our Haxorus right here. I just want to get this Swampert out of the way so we know that our Magnezone could run wild. And there's that Togekiss in the back. They were trying to catch that move, and I've been trying to be ready for those swaps, and most of the time I am ready, but a lot of times they either miscount and it's a perfect call because I'll overcharge 1 or 2 and they still swap on it. But that's just the way it goes. You just gotta hope that you don't get caught like that, but we did that one correctly. They're gonna take us out right here, and we're gonna have 2 Night Slashes right here to take out this Swampert. The first Night Slash is gonna get the shield, and we have another one locked and loaded, and this is gonna take out the Swampert, and we're on that 4-game win streak right here. Can we make it a 5-0 to end the video? I'm gonna give you a little spoiler on this last video though, last match right here. Unfortunately, there was a lot of lag, but I wanted to put it in the video because it finished off a decent set, and I really do think we could have came away with the victory anyway. You'll see right here, we had a Waterfall Gyarados is what you want to see against Haxorus, so we're going to go straight Dragon Claw. A lot of times I want to go Night Slash because I want to get the boost, but right here is where it all happened. I go no shield, and here comes the lag. You know how many times it's happened to me? I mean, it happens to everybody. So, I mean, we get the 3rd shield, unfortunately, and then we just lagged out, or he lagged out. So, at this point, I wasn't too sure he was lagged out, so I went right for the Dragon Claw, unfortunately. I know a lot of times, I mean, I wait a little bit, but it's just one of those things where your opponent wait for you, or would you or not? You know, it's just, you know, so many times I lagged out and my opponent didn't wait for me. So, it's unfortunate, but it happens to everybody. And see how they came back there? I tried to just counter, but I saw them start to attack again, so I went for the Dragon Claw. And then I went again. You know, I did just try to just counter that way to give him a chance to come back. But, you know, this is a grind to rank 10. And, you know, unfortunately, it's going to happen, like I said. So I'm sorry to that opponent, but GG's. We finish off to the 5-0, and we start climbing our way back to where we were. Beginning like the 2nd day or so of Master League, I started drowning myself back into the 2500s. But after this set, we got back into 2700s. We're going to continue to climb. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. You guys enjoyed the Haxorus clawing its way through the Master League Premier Cup. This team was popularized by a lot of players, but once by one of my good friends, Reis2Occasion, which I'm going to have his link down in the description. If you guys haven't already subscribed to him, go please do. He is such a great content creator, and he does live streaming on Twitch, so please check him out there also. But yeah, once he started making this team and I was watching him go, I was like, I got all that dust from community day. I'm gonna make myself my Haxorus. I had a 15, 12, 13. I seemed like it was good enough. I put it on PV Poke. It didn't lose that many more matchups. Only had 2 more losses than a hundo. So I wanted to go for it, and boy, is it fun to use. It's so hard to come back from that double steal if you don't have the right counters. And like I said, I'm going to try to do my best to keep myself climbing and put myself in position for rank 10 this season. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support. I'm going to put my Google Doc in the description once again. Hopefully you guys can upload your videos to Google Drive so I can maybe get a shoutcast done before the end of the season. It would really make my day to be able to do so. I do have another team lined up for another video, so I hope you guys stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to try to get 2 to 3 videos a week in for you as best I can. I know it's not that every day like I used to, but thank you guys for staying with me. So until next time, guys, Jerseytoof out, and remember, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get notified every single time I upload my videos, and I'll see you guys next time.